Good afternoon, viewers. It's another Sunday, and thank you for welcoming me in your space. Thank you for tuning in. Today we are talking parenthood, but parenthood in a different way, ne? In single parenthood specifically. And most of the time when we're talking single parenthood, we tend to focus mainly on women. But today I've got a gentleman with me here. He is raising his boy all by himself. Actually, they look more like brother and brother now. They don't look like father and son. He's doing an amazing job. Smanga, welcome.
Yeah, well, thanks.
Yeah, Smanga Masilela. He's a father to, how old is boy?
13 years this year.
He's 13 years. And you've been with him
since before birth, I would say.
I like that. Did you get that before birth he was with him? Ne? Yeah. I
would say throughout the journey of pregnancy, I've been there.
You've been an active, very present father.
Yes.
And then I was saying to you, Smanga, that I've observed you from far, and I've observed how beautiful you are doing this parenthood thing.
Thank you very much.
You know, you are proudly a father of to your boy, where you're just doing this skim sakho, you're doing this life together.
Yeah.
Now, generally, Smanga, when a relationship ends, usually you find that the child why? What happened with you? Why utholakala raising him by yourself? Because most of the time it will be the woman who will take the child. And it's acceptable. It's mainly known that women will raise their kids, but yours it's a different one.
I would say me and his mother, we were staying together.
Okay.
And then she was still attending school. And then throughout the pregnancy, yes, I was there. Assisting in each and every step that I can. And then after birth, and I would say we were still staying together. Mom offered to help, to say, since you work shift and she's always at school, can I take part of assisting you guys raising the child? I can come pick him up whenever you're free on weekends. So that was the agreement. Yes, it went on for months as agreed upon. Unfortunately, throughout that journey, certain things happened.
And you had to part ways.
In parting ways, it was not that of much of a fight to say we were fighting or whatever. It was an agreement between two adults to say no,
it's not
working. Can we just give each other space to see? Okay, in that process, my mom again was still willing to say, since you parted your ways, the child is welcome to stay with me. Anyone who wants the child can come and pick the child up.
Okay.
Weekend, wherever you want to take the child. Okay, we proceeded with that agreement as well. Up to a point where she stopped visiting the child.
Okay.
Of which no one forced her, no one blocked her for coming to pick up the child. I will say I never even tried to reach out to say, why are you stopping? Because this is your child as well. I accepted her decision that no, she's no longer coming. That's when I started, I will say, adjusting or programming myself to say, you know what, this responsibility is solely on me. And with the great help that my mom has been doing, she jumped in nicely. Guided me throughout, as she is a single parent herself, raising us. We were 6 at home. She raised us as a single parent. Through that knowledge that I've gained while under her care, I think I took that, and with the assistant that she gave me, to say, I'm lending a helping hand to walk with you this journey. He was still young, 6 months old.
Oh, that was a baby.
He was still young. So we did very well. I will take him home when I'm off duty. We will bond every time when I have to go start my shift. I will take him back home. Up to a stage where he started growing up to realize, oh, this is daddy, this Gogo Ngala, yeah. So I visit my father. I stay with my granny. Yes. We continued up until to a stage where I said to Mano, can he move in with me? Okay, we tried it. Unfortunately, where I was staying, the place was still under construction, and then certain things happened. The doctor said, no, can he move back home until you finish up, because the dust is affecting him. Because I will drop him at crash, pick him up, stuff like that. So we did those arrangements again to say, no, you go and sit with Granny until we finish up this. And then he understood, because sometimes when I go to buy material, I will go with him. I will show him this is for this is for that. And then he understood nicely. He stayed with Granny. And then up until I handed over that place to Granny to say, this is the place that I've been doing for you. I'm taking a step forward towards my dreams. Now that
now you're sorted, now it's time to look at me.
Now it's time to build me and him. She gave us her blessings to say thank you, you can move forward. We made arrangement again, because as I've said in the beginning, I work shifts.
You work shifts, yeah.
Yes, so during day shifts, we'll prepare him. The transport will pick him up and then drop him off school, and then after school they will drop him off. But when I work night shift, I will go and drop him at my mom's. And then she will prepare him for the morning. And then after school, right up until I can say when he said he's man enough.
He's man enough to remain by himself.
He is man enough. I will say he started, I used to walk him to the stop. He will say, no, I'm man enough, I can walk for myself.
Okay. Independent.
Said, I said, no, Mr. Grown-up.
Mr. Grown-up, man enough.
Let you walk. You will watch, as a parent, you always overprotect.
You want to say, when I watch from afar, to say, all right.
So I will let him go. I will watch him, even during his comeback time. I will call the driver, hey, how far are you? And then wait and see if he's coming back home safely. Up to a point where he said, now I'm willing to stay alone.
Really?
It was not a easy decision to make. I started, I will say the first shift, night shift, I left him. Okay, here's the phone. Let me know when you sleep. This is the time to sleep, And he nicely, when 0:00 of that time comes, he will call. I'm going to sleep. I've switched off everything. I've switched off the lights. As a parent again, you're overprotective. I will drive home just to be sure he is. Lucky enough, where we're staying, there are security guards as well. So I had numbers of those guys who are on duty to say, guys, he says he wanna be alone. So can you just keep an eye for him for me? And sometimes I will ask him, do you see the lights when they patrol? He will say, yes, I see the light. And then I say, you okay? He say, yeah, I'm fine. So that's how he
stop now going to Granny when daddy's on night shift.
Yes.
And it must have been hard for you though.
It big time.
Because how do you leave a child alone? I'm thinking, you're thinking, is he safe?
That's why I'm saying I would, even when there are no calls at work, I will drive home.
Just to check him,
Just to check. When others are sleeping at work, I will be awake. Because you know you have left a minor. And that minor have given the authority to say, I will be fine.
I'll be fine.
So
I think it was also balancing Smanga, where you had to balance Uguti. He must know that I trust him. You know, it's not that I doubt him, but at the same time, dealing with your own concerns and fears as a parent, that, your mother, is it really safe to leave him by himself?
By
You
himself,
know?
yes.
Yeah.
I would think even him, he made it easier for me because he became a child that you can really trust. When you tell him no on this, he fully understands. When you say yes on this, he fully understands. I will also say when I do things, I involve him a lot.
Okay.
So that he can learn or see that this is how it's done. You don't just do things and there are no consequences. When you do this wrong, there are these consequences. When you do this right, there are these consequences. I think he also on that, he adjusted well and made the situation much easier for me. And even when going to play, okay, we started by saying, no, you leave your phone at home. When he goes out to play, he will call. I'm going out to play, I'm leaving the phone. Okay, again, I will call the guys, keep an eye on him. He's playing outside, he's at the playing field. Okay, the guys will let me know. When he's back, he will call, I'm back. So I think I'm also grateful to have him. I'm blessed as well to have him as a child that he understood.
He's an easy child.
Yeah, that understood the situation that we are faced. We haven't went deep much in other conversation while we are staying together. But I think I will let him now be the child that he is, learning. When the time comes, I will explain to him to say, this is this and this is that.
Do you give a, do you sometimes give a hiding?
As I've said, a child is a child.
A child, yeah.
And when he goes out with friends, he will try to adopt or adjust to the situation of friendship.
What other friends are doing,
so that I can be part of
the group.
So I will say I even made a joke some other time when they said, no, child are not allowed to be spanked or whatever. I said, no, mine is not receiving any grant.
So when there's a need for a spanking.
When there's a need for a spanking, he previously he would go out and they will do some things with his friend. And I will tell him, you know what, when you do this and you well know that it's something that is wrong, I'm going to punish you. I'm not going to punish your friend. I started by grounding him. I will say, you stay inside for a week. You're not going out. Okay, he enjoyed because there's the television, there's food, there's everything. I said, okay, it's fine. You're enjoying that. I'm taking the TV on the next punishment. It went on and went on. Okay, I'm taking the food. This is the food that I'm leaving for you. 3 meals per day. You're not gonna eat.
In between.
There's no snaking between. Okay, he gelled in. But as I say, the more he goes back to the group, he will do those small things that are out of the way. That's when I started to say, no, I'm calling Granny. To let her know that now I'm beginning to introduce some spanking. To let you know that it won't be tolerated. Yes, you are a child, but I will never let you go the wrong way. It started, the first one, took him to Granny. you know how grannies are.
Yes.
So every time when I take him to Granny, I will let her know. This is what happened. This is the punishment he got. Up until I would say the third time, when he really saw that no, I really need to stop this. I told him, you know what, you're allowed to have friends, but choose your friends.
Choose correctly.
There are friends that they will do wrong things, but they will never get punishment at home. They will come back and do the same thing again. But because you have a parent who wants the best for you.
You are my child.
You are my child. When you do wrong, I have to correct you. So for me, I don't like doing this. And this is not how I was raised as well. So can you please stop this so that I can stop this? Because at the end of the day, we'll end up having I will say the bond will be broken.
Iba affected.
Iba affected.
Yes,
So
yes.
can we find a way that we can deal or we can grow together to say, this is what you want me to do for you. And I also expect you to do this. I think we sit down, we talk, explain to him to say, no, can you please find a way? I don't like doing this. Because you will grow up thinking this is the way.
The way, yes.
So
yes, yes.
I don't like doing this. Can you please stop this? Every time when you do good, I will reward you as I have been doing. So I think he
understood.
He understood well. He gelled in well. He's a grown up.
13 years is a grown up.
Yeah, I will say so, because some of the decision he's the one that makes. I allow him to make the decision.
Okay.
Of more of letting him feel that he's responsible for everything at home. I'm not just saying the basics. I'm also including the finance as well.
Okay. He has a say.
He has a say. You know, sometimes we even say when we go outside to for lunch or supper, he will tell you, no, this is too much. We will pay so much.
Okay. Hey, Masilela Junior.
So for me, I think he have made the parenting journey to be much easier. Yes, there are some stage that he's still going to grow into.
Yeah.
But for now, I will say the steps and the journey that we have walked together. He's really a child that have made me proud to be his father.
His father.
Yeah.
Challenges? Okay, there's the spanking that you're talking about, but what are the major challenges that you're thinking? We've spoken about the spanking and him leaving, your shift work and all that. What has been your biggest challenge in this parenting journey as a single parent that you're thinking, maybe if I had a partner, it could have been less hectic?
What I think would have been difficult to deal with or to make him understand that this is wrong. I think I'm not saying it wrong, but I'm understanding in a point of I've been raised by my mom. We've 6 of us, so I'm not saying she was having favorite.
Yeah.
But you know, women always have that soft spot for a certain child. That when you do this, you are let off the hook.
Okay.
So I think if we were still together with his mother, I think some of the discipline that I have made him go through, they would have been swiped off.
Okay.
Not in a bad way.
I get you.
Not in a bad way, but in a way that, no, he's a child, he's supposed to do that. But in other ways...
We went through labor pains.
Yeah.
Sometimes you think, oh, my pains, my baby, those type of things. Yeah.
When spanking is involved again, you remember the time you went in labor. So I think those are some of the things that there's nothing I can say it's would have been bad.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I think.
Okay.
But
so you clean together? Like cleaner, you do the dishes together. How do you work out? I think I've seen your posts sometimes on Facebook. You guys were cooking together or something like that.
We share chores.
Okay.
Yeah, I started him with dishes. To say every time when we're done eating, you wash the dishes, or when when you're done eating, make sure that you wash your dishes. Okay. And then I started introducing. In some of them, like I'm saying, he's faster. You try to take him step by step, but
And-
he wants to be there.
Okay.
But I fully understand. That's why the other day we were speaking with my mom. He was saying to my mom, Coco, Papa kafuna ukungekela ngipheke.
So now he wants to cook by himself.
Yeah, and the granny said, I see you in him. Remember, you started using a gas stove at 8.
Okay.
So
the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
What I've done to you, do it to him. Be there, guide him. So I think that's how I started teaching him how to use a stove. Obviously, men cook eggs better. So when they say a man can cook,
they mean eggs, no?
Yeah. So I started him with eggs.
Yeah.
This is the cooking oil. This is the so if you wanna cook, if you wanna make eggs, just put everything here first. You turn your stove on. You put your plate. You put your cooking oil. You let it warm up, and then you prepare your eggs the way you want them. So I allowed him to do them the way he wants.
Okay.
So I think he gelled in nicely. That's when I then started introducing him in cooking. Obviously, when he's at home, he's hands-on with my granny and my aunt.
Oh, okay.
He helps a lot in the kitchen. So I think he also comes with that.
With whatever skill he's learned there, then he brings it home.
Yeah. So he's a cool child, as I'm saying, that have made the journey easier for me.
For you, ne?
Yeah, to worry more about other things
not
than
than
him. Yes.
Ne? I saw you move into your new house now. You guys were busy with curtains, the two of you putting up curtains.
Yeah.
Ne?
I would say we've been waiting for long.
We've been waiting.
And him owning his space, I think that's the other thing that pushed me to say, you know what, let me get us a place. Yes, we have been waiting. Everything was prepared. It's just that with this COVID and stuff,
all that,
we were supposed to move in 2020, and then everything was stopped. That's when the process started moving in slowly. I explained to him, and lucky enough, we were staying there. He could see that the progress is there, but it's slow.
So he could see and say, one day I'm gonna be there.
Yeah. So we moved in. Again, as I'm saying, involve him in a lot of things. We went out. It's your room. It's our house. It's your home. It's. I said to him, it's your house. Let's turn it into a home. We went. We chose which color he wants. There and there and there. We're still trying to change it into
what we want.
So on that aspect as well, he's good, as I'm saying.
He's
with the money as well again.
Because you open with him with the budget to say this is the budget. This is what comes in like higher. This is how we work. We work on it.
He gelled in well as well. To say no, now we're doing this, and then we rest. We do this, and then we rest. I think he has also made that moving part easier. Yeah.
Him. I don't know. I want to say his wife will be like him. Marangati is very much financially savvy. Because when you find women sometimes like to splash. So when you find a man who says financial, because if at his age at 13 he already knows that if we go out, then we're gonna spend 100 rand. We're not gonna go here. We'd rather go to this one because this one is a little bit reasonable. Hey, shame.
But with finance, I call it financial discipline.
I know.
I call it financial discipline so that
you don't find yourself struggling.
Yes. You, as much as you want to have that, if you can save towards that, it will be much easier than to jump to have
into it, and then you end up with debts afterwards.
Yes, yes. I think for me that's what I'm preparing him, because I've seen with me. If you work towards something that you want, life becomes much easier. You have enough rest. You don't have much stress to worry to say, somebody so is calling me, they want their money, so and so is calling me. So I will say the wife will have a good financial manager.
Yeah. And then how do you do homework wise? So you sit together and you do the homeworks together?
With homeworks as well. We started when he started school. Okay, grade R, he was still at home.
Okay.
I used to take him and then drop him, as I was saying previously. And then grade 1, he was still with Granny, and then grade 2, that's when we moved in together. Yes, we started helping each other with the homework. Yes, as we go with the grades. And then some of them I will allow him to make them on let's take he's having a homework. I will say to him, take a scribbler book, do it on your own. And then we come back, you come to me, let's see where you have went wrong, and then fix. Then you can take it to the homework book.
Okay.
I think also with that, he is coming all right. He's coming all right. He will call, no, I have this and this homework, I will do it, and or maybe there's this work that I have not finished at school. I will finish up at home. Yes, sometimes he forgets, kids.
He's a kid.
He is in a hurry to go and play. You have to remind him, hey, how many homework do you have? Have you finished your schoolwork? You check the books and see, you sign that you have checked. I think also there he's adjusting very well, because soon he will be moving to high school. So I want him also to have that independence on books, to say, you know what, books first and then play.
You can play afterwards later, when you're done with your homework. Okay. You're doing well.
Thank you.
You're doing well. I'm proud of you. Thanks. And you are raising a fine young man, and like we say, that shame, the woman will be in good hands, because financially there'll be no unnecessary spending. So let's budget, let's plan for these things. What would you say in terms of encouraging other single fathers who are raising kids? What will be your advice to them as we go towards a closure?
My advice, it's simple. If you had a father, continue that legacy of being there for the next generation, of which is the next bloodline in your family. Continue that. If you never had a father, like I never had a father, but I have fathers within the community that played a role to make me the man that I am today. They open their hands to say, let us help you. Take that as well to your kids, or worse, extend it to the other kids that they are not your children. To say, you know what, yes, we are fathers. Many may label us as sperm donors. Maybe many they can call us useless or whatever names that they are using. But I will say, look into yourself. Where have you been? Don't make your child go through what you have been. You know what you went through. You know the challenges that your child may not be stronger as you are. Just be there. Sometimes some parents, they think you being there, they mean financially. No, it's not financially.
It's more than that.
That small talk, that small conversation, it means a lot to them. Sometimes they speak things that man, to them it means a lot. So by being there and allow them to have someone to hear them out, it means a lot to them. So to everyone who's a father, let us play our role. Let us raise future leaders. A king is not raised by a queen alone. by the village as well. So what I mean by the village, I mean it started home, where everyone needs to play a role to say, we are raising this child for the next generation. I think if you can have that mindset towards raising our own children.
And even for those fathers that are not there, it's not too late also.
It's never too late. It's never too late to take a step back and say, you know what, yes, I've missed those years, but can I start afresh
and create
and move forward? It's never too late. It's never too late to start afresh. Don't wait until it's late and say, I wish I had.
I wish I had, yeah.
So whatever happens between both parents, it must not affect the child.
The child, because the child is innocent.
The child is innocent. Yes.
Thank you so much, Smanga, for coming through. You've heard it, viewers at home. You know, most of the time we celebrate women and we congratulate them and we talk about how women are struggling to raise kids with men that are not there. But Smanga is a typical example that there are good fathers out there. There are fathers who are saying, I am going to be there. I am going to make sure that I play an active role no matter what it takes in terms of raising my child. So if you are, you know, a brother or you are a man here and you have neglected your fatherly responsibilities, we just want to urge you to say, take them up, rise up and make sure that you play the role. And whatever happens, Manga has said that issues between parents, if you decide to go your separate ways, that should not affect the role that you must play in the life of your child. As a woman, don't be bitter. Don't shut the door and say, she's my child, and then the father does not have a say, because a child needs both parents. And over and above that, let us do more than that. Let us actually go out also and parent other children that are not ours, because it takes a village to raise a child. It's not just one person, but it takes a whole village to raise a child. So you've heard it, viewers at home. There are good men out there. Shame. This narrative that men are trash and all that, I don't subscribe to it, because there are very good men there who play their responsibility in terms of raising their children. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and remember that God loves you. We are coming to you from Zukando Events in Nelspruit.